Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay. And let's see, what do these leaves have to say? I hope you all are doing well. Our reading today is, how should I say this? I didn't think about that before I said it. The reading today, I pulled a card, which I do for every reading, and it kind of sets the tone, gives me kind of some little idea of what might be the focus, or at least some kind of little piece or energy within the reading. And so today it was the Four of Swords, okay, and this is related to the concept of truce. And so that is coming to some kind of agreement, or a conflict being resolved through compromise, or both agreeing that it is over. This is maybe a period of stability, kind of a stillness in whatever conflict is happening. I think that this is also very much related to contemplation and just overall kind of planning for the future, but also with some rest, some definite rest and relaxation after whatever has been going on, right? Okay, so this one's kind of interesting. We have a dog here with the ear. It almost looks like it's in a playful posture, but it kind of almost looks like it's about to jump onto, like, attack. I also see a person here, and it looks like they are holding some kind of, like, I'm thinking of like the matador with the piece of cloth that they hold up to get the bull to come running at them. And I almost feel like it's something like this. Just almost like being taunted into some kind of altercation, conflict, as I keep saying, conflict. But I feel like this is almost like for entertainment, or just for the sake of causing problems. It seems like maybe, somebody, and when I see the dog, now this, of course, the dog is often a loyal protector, somebody who, is by your side always. You have a deep relationship. They are, you're like a best friend, or, somebody who's almost family, if not family. So I feel like, oddly, you have been loyal to somebody. You have been a best friend to somebody, and for some reason they have decided to really just kind of cause some chaos in your relationship. The first thing that really comes to mind to me is somebody who is very immature, somebody who does not know how to process their feelings or emotions, somebody who feels when something challenging arises in their life, in their psyche, they are kind of compelled to cause problems for other people. And because you are so close to this person, this is somebody who you love them, you spend your time with them. They have done something. I imagine that it's along the lines of gossiping, talking badly about you, talking badly about people you care about, maybe your family, your children, something. It just really, really out of pocket, just not nice. And, you know, I mean, really just trying to goad you into some kind of fight. I don't know. Why would they do this? It seems ridiculous in my opinion. But I don't think that it's anything that is, there's like no, it almost feels like there's no real reason. Okay. But I also feel like, because we have the dog figure, this person's playing with fire. I mean, you know, you're a loyal, loving person, but I think you also could basically bite their hand off, right? So I really don't know why that they are coming for you like this. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. I would hope that there's going to be some kind of truce. Hopefully that's where this truce is happening. But I really think that in this situation, I feel like you are probably going to decide to not engage. Not in any kind of deep way. I think that you just shut it down by just kind of, not today. Not today, Satan, right? No, this is not your style, not the vibe. It's the beginning of a new season. There's a lot of things, fun things coming up. If it's summer, if it's going into winter, whatever it is, we're about to go into the solstice, and who wants to be engaged in some kind of drama, right? And also, you know, this might be a blessing from the universe, letting you know that this is a person that you do not want to ride with. You have good things coming. There's a lot of happiness coming for you. And this is not going to be the person that needs to be at your side, you know, partaking in these happy events, happy times. Okay, so I also see we have a snake right here. Okay, and I feel like this person, and just this face right next to it, there's the eyes and the nose, and kind of just this, like, I don't even, like, it's a sad face, like a frown, right? And I feel like it's just kind of like, really, and it's funny because as I look at this one, it looks like it's mirrored in this face here. This looks like a head with a little face. And I really think that, like, whatever is going on with this person, they feel like you're just gonna, like, get over it, and that'll be it. I kind of feel like like, they're behind you trying to speak into your, but they have this, there's a snake right there, and I feel like they're just really, I don't know that they're like, it's not that they're an evil person, or they're really even a person with any kind of real power to change or destroy your life or anything like that. I think that this is just a person that will cause conflict just to get negative attention. Like, they will, if they can get away with it, they will cause little, you know, little confrontations, little dramas, little you know, scenarios to play out. Like it's like some kind of soap opera. But I think that you just really are at that point where you're ready to kind of turn your back on this situation. Like this is done. You're not into this at all. And I don't blame you. That's really, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I know I feel like an older person anyways. And like, I can't imagine dealing with somebody like that in my private life, you know, that just wants to stir things up. It just seems very tiring, very tiring. So, yeah, I don't see this being, I think that there will be like, okay, getting to a place where it's maybe just, like I said, I don't think you're going to engage deeply in this. I think you just kind of turn your back on the situation, set some boundaries, and like, you know, unfortunately, maybe mourn this relationship. But I also wonder if you have had to deal with some of these things with this person before, or you've witnessed them treat other people like this, so it's kind of not a big surprise. And really, I'm sorry, I'm trying to block the cat's butt. I don't want him showing himself off on camera there. So we have a person sitting here, and it almost looks like they have like something they're holding, like a leaf or something. And then if we turn this here, there's another person sitting and they're holding something. So I feel like this is actually really kind of a blessed opportunity, that this friendship, which has probably been very consuming emotionally and time-wise, psychically, this person is, and I don't really love the term like psychic vampire, but this is a person who really needs a lot of support, almost like they're codependent. Okay. And with this person kind of departing from the main part of your life, you're having more time to do things and be around people who are really more on your frequency, who are like, have the same energy or similar energy, have energy that really, you know, kind of just, you know, you feed into each other in a way that is very creative and fulfilling and motivating and inspiring. And, you know, there's like no dramas. It's just kind of building with each other. And, that's it's so strange when you go from a relationship or a friendship where it's always fighting, there's always like trying to navigate emotions, and he said, she said, whatever it is, you know, just, it's like a minefield constantly. And then you get out of that situation and you get around people or a person who wants to talk about ideas with you, who wants to make plans to you know, go and discover things, explore, travel, you know, just build stuff, build businesses together, build, you know, do creative projects, whatever it is. That is such a different like mode to be in with somebody, especially when you spent so much time with somebody who's just like always like talking about other people, or, you know, just in a foul mood, always coming around with bad news. Always with the bad news, right? And so I think that yeah, this is going to be good. I think this is really going to open up socially some space for you to connect with people who really like speak your language. And, you know, this friendship, maybe this person made sense in your life at some time. I mean, of course, we have friends for a reason, right? Unless you're totally just a masochist and like, you know, stay in relationships that don't work with people just because there obviously was something that spoke to you at some point and you connected on some level. And maybe you grew out of that friendship. You just grew a different direction. And that's okay. That happens. That totally happens. I don't understand. Of course, shout out to my longest and dearest friend, Joanna. She's probably not watching this. This is not her sign. But yeah, I've had, you know, one or two friends for a long time. But I personally, because we're so tight and we just forever, you know, just understand each other no matter where we're at in life. But I don't understand this romanticizing staying with somebody or a friendship forever, even if you basically hate each other or don't respect each other, or you know what I mean? Like, you just don't fit into each other's lives in a way that is comfortable. It's just always kind of this backhanded comments and competition, and you know what I mean? Like, it just, who has time for that? I don't understand why anybody would think that there's a reason to stay working on that friendship if it gets to be that point for any prolonged amount of time, you know? So I don't know. But anyways, we have a deer here that is kind of leaping. You can see the little tail up. I love this. I love seeing deer. I've lived in an area, well, I've lived in multiple areas where, you know, you see deer, but still, literally, if I see a deer or a group, especially a group of deer, a family of deer, I go wild. I just love seeing them. They're so magical. But I just picture kind of this beautiful, you know, free-spirited, all of the weight of the world has been lifted, and just kind of springing through the meadow, through the field, enjoying life. And I think that, you know, you're just coming into a place where things are gonna feel easier, so much easier. You know, I think that you've had success lately. You've been, you know, contemplating deeper things, gaining a greater perspective, right? And, you know, I think that now, more than ever, it's an important time for some conflict resolution. And sometimes it's just kind of exiting the situation, right? And so I really think that, you know, this is gonna be good. I just see a little check mark. It's like just emphasizing, verifying what I'm saying to you. Also, we have a little boot. Kick them out. The little X. No. And then we have a little butterfly. Definitely growth, metamorphosis. And now I've been looking at this. We have a backwards S. Okay. And so I think an S is important. Maybe a name, maybe a word that you will be able to identify. It seems like it's in this emotional area. So this could have something to do with the situation that is going on. Okay. All right. So I also just see here, it looks like a person, maybe with a ponytail. Another person here. It looks like they're almost just fighting over something. And then beneath them, this thing this person holding both of them on, it's almost like a scale being weighed, you know, like this. I feel like it's this friendship in some ways, and it's just this kicking and fighting over something. So I don't think that there's actually, I hope, this is my thinking here. I hope that this is not about fighting over a person, like a romantic relationship or anything like that. I don't think so, but I do think that there is this element of jealousy. And I feel like you just really have to not engage it. I feel like, you know, there's just too much in life, too many other things for you to not be involved in something like this. And I really think that you already know that. I don't think that this is going to be any kind of huge decision, even though it will be hard. Okay, it will be, you know, kind of sad, I think. I'm also seeing we have these bats here. Okay, and I get this feeling that, I feel like there's just, interestingly, I feel like there's, in the nighttime, I almost imagine like in your home, in the nighttime, through the stuff that's been happening, because I almost see you kind of like on your phone a lot, like checking what other people are saying, or, you know, telling you, oh, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that, you know, whatever, these kinds of things where we, you know, maybe there's not even that much going on with it, but you just are constantly checking to see if something will arise while you're not looking. But I see you kind of like at night, kind of doing this, spending your time with it. But there also seems to be kind of like, almost like, I want to say like a presence, but it feels like you're just not alone in your space. And I don't think this is like a ghost or like some kind of intelligence or, you know, like something nefarious necessarily, like nothing like that. But I feel like this is like somebody in your life who maybe has passed, or maybe this is just some kind of, it's like it could be like an interior being that you have related to in dreams, or spiritual work, magical work possibly. But I see them kind of, for some reason, connected to these bats. Okay, and some like a totem, or they send you bats, like, and it's a verification. It feels like a verification, like, you know how like some people have certain animals where they see an animal, they see like for me, like if I see a raven or a crow, I think of my father. Or you know, like a hummingbird, it makes me think of my sister. So I feel like for some reason this person is related to the bat, but I feel like they're very much in your consciousness, and maybe they aren't deceased. Maybe you just think about them in these times when you are at home in the evening, late at night maybe, and I can just, it's like quiet in your house, and you're just kind of sometimes letting yourself get twirled up in these emotional like roller coasters. But it's like this feeling of this feeling of this presence of this person, or you know, being, spiritual being. It kind of is very grounding to you. So I want you to know that they are there with you. And I think that, you know, you will encounter like an image of a bat, or an actual bat, hopefully not in the house, right? But something will arise, and that will let you know, like, for sure, this is, you know. And I think you will also know who this relates to, or what this relates to. I can't really see that exactly, but I know, I see there are several bats, you know, formations here that look like bats. And so that seems important for sure. Okay, now I want to look at this. And this one actually looks like a dove. Okay, and I'm just gonna say shout out to dove and serpent every time I see a dove, or I don't always do it with the snake, I guess, because I see a lot of the snakes on there, but always shout out to Dove and Serpent Tarot, who is my husband, and you can go check out his wonderful channel. He's like the most amazing tarot reader of all time, in my humble opinion, and yeah, you can, I think you can find his link somewhere on my page here for sure, somewhere. If not, just it's Dove and Serpent Tarot. So anyways, the dove, again, the free spirit, the soul, you know, feeling light and lifted, the peace that just comes over us when we let go of these things that do not serve us anymore, even if those things are people. Okay, you are a warrior. You are a very creative and very talented, very intelligent being, and you know, so many times people, I have been guilty of this, we get kind of mixed up with just people who take up a lot of our time and our energy, and you know, we get off course, we get sidetracked, we put so much of ourselves into something that just doesn't serve us. It doesn't, you know, we could be creating things, we could be you know, building a foundation, or you know, building up our lives and things, and sometimes, you know, people find their way into our lives, and listen, I'm not saying this is a bad person, right? They are going through their own process, their own self-evolution, and we're all at different points, and you know, sometimes we just aren't our best selves, and sometimes when we align with somebody and we just bring out parts of ourselves that are not very, you know, they just don't meet well, and you know, that can kind of really be a disaster waiting to happen. And so I think it's just, you know, I feel like this is not, like I said, it's not going to be a hard decision, but it's going to be difficult, the process of kind of this ending of a friendship. And you know, you will feel lonely for them and want to talk to them, and you know, maybe I think at some point there will be a point maybe where you can be friends again. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe not, you know, whatever it is. I think that where that space is left, it's not going to be empty at all. It might feel like it a little bit, but it's not. I feel like overall your spirit will be lifted through this process after the more painful bits, the mourning and all of that happens. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm always so honored to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me, helps us get into the algorithm. And I say us because we are all part of this channel, this community here at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. And each one of you, you know, is so important to this overall project, community that we have growing here. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And, oops. And, oh, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. I really do. And I appreciate all the kind and encouraging messages, people sharing their stories, being so vulnerable and generous with their, you know, their sacred stories, and time and energy. And yeah, it honestly means so much to me, and it keeps me wanting to do these readings. So I want to thank you. I'm going to go get ready for bed right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will talk again very soon.